that's really kind of funny. At the same time, it's insane. This is from in Memphis, Tennessee. Guess what's happening there? The Sons of Confederate Veterans, you know, as you can tell who they are by their name. The Sons of Confederate Veterans is retaliating against the KKK, the Klan, because the Klan is planning a rally in Memphis against the renaming of 3 city parks. The KKK applied for a permit to hold a March 30 rally in opposition to the renaming of 3 parks, the Nathan Bedford Forrest Park, the Confederate Park, and the Jefferson Davis Park. The Tennessee leader of the KKK reportedly told Action News 5 in Memphis that the gathering would be, quote, the largest rally Memphis, Tennessee has ever seen. He said it's not going to be 20 or 30. It's going to be thousands of Klansmen from the whole United States coming to Memphis, Tennessee. This guy is known as the Exalted Cyclops. Now, what has got the KKK and the Sons of Confederate Veterans all upset? I'll tell you when we come back.
Here we go now, keep it lowbrow, get stupid, cause I know how, check my brain in, be an idiot, act lame, stay ignorant, be remedial, wear the dunce cap, slouch over and drool like a hunchback, don't...
Okay, back to Memphis. The KKK is planning the biggest rally that Memphis, Tennessee has ever seen. Thousands of Klansmen from the whole United States coming here to Memphis because the city of Memphis decided to rename 3 parks. Nathan Bedford Forrest Park, of course, he was the founder of the Klan. Confederate Park, well, you know, and Jefferson Davis Park, right. So that's what the Klan's going to do. They're going to have protests. But meanwhile, the Sons of Confederate Veterans oppose the KKK's plan to gather. That's according to Sons of Confederate Veterans spokesman Lee Miller. He told Fox 16 in Memphis, quote, I'm afraid that a counter-rally or an anti-Klan rally from other elements in the city might show up and the situation might turn into a riot or something ugly as it has before. So we would prefer that the Klan not come to Memphis. A counter-rally, anti-Klan rally from other elements in Memphis. Gee, let me think a minute. Who could that be? Other elements in Memphis. Elements. Okay. Other elements. Why? I think he's talking about non-white elements, dusky-colored elements. Oh, a son of a bitch. An element. Yo, element! Yeah, come here. Whew. Now, despite his opposition to the KKK rally, the spokesman for the Sons of Confederate Veterans, who is worried about elements, says that he agrees that the park names should be left alone. Mr. Miller said, quote, these are 100-year-old historic parks. They need to leave the names alone. By changing them, they're bringing a lot of rage among the citizens of Memphis and drawing personal attention and negative attention to Memphis, trying to erase history. Now, this uproar started a year ago. Back then, the Associated Press reported, quote, the statue of Confederate fighter Nathan Bedford Forrest astride a horse towers above the Memphis Park bearing his name. It's a larger-than-life tribute to the warrior still admired by many for fiercely defending the South in the Civil War and scorned by others for his slave trading past and ties to the KKK. Though the bloodiest war on American soil was fought 150 years ago, racially tinged discord flared before its city council voted this week to strip Forrest's name from the downtown park and call it Health Sciences Park. It also voted to rename Confederate Park as Memphis Park, and Jefferson Davis Park would be renamed Mississippi River Park. Hell no! The South will rise again. Amen. I got my Bible in this hand, I got my AR-15 in this hand. We're going to protect the names of our parks. Tony Armstrong, who's the director of the Memphis police, said law enforcement is, quote, expecting large crowds, end quote, of both the KKK supporters and opposers at the event. Tony Armstrong said, quote, we'll prepare for the worst and pray for the best. Oh, that'll work. Tell you what there, Governor, don't pray. Get out your flashbang grenades and your tear gas, and that works a hell of a lot better than prayer. You know what I'm saying? You got to protect downtown Memphis, don't you? Well, this ought to be interesting, Kathy. I mean, we haven't had a good old white-on-white race riot here in the glorious South in a long time. All right, when is this? This is March 30th? Hot diggity damn, March 30th. Now, I would imagine that O'Reilly over at Fox Murder Channel will start promoting this, and I'm sure that the rest of the right-wing swine will start talking about it at some point, encouraging people to go kill. Memphis, huh? I like Memphis. Oh, well. All right, we have a top of the hour break here, and then we shall return. Have some just fun stuff on Governor Nikki Haley of South Carolina. Remember what happened to Governor Mark Sanford of Colorado? Also, Colorado has passed 4 gun control measures. I'll tell you a little bit about that. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. Guess what's coming to possibly to your industrial park? Huh? If your elected officials, your mayors and your governors can play it right, you may wind up with a drone manufacturing plant in your industrial park, which means lots of jobs and lots of income, man. We'll be right back.